it starts off with people are strange. No one really thinks about what people are going through or who they are. Ever wonder what would happen if people were just kinder? It has been a crazy year. As I get up from my bed, I tie my chestnut brown curly hair with my red ribbon. As I sit down, I look at myself in the mirror with my grayish kind of green eyes and wonder what my 20th life will be like. I throw on my pencil skirt over my wider hips and throw on a blouse that makes my waist look smaller than it actually is. I'm about 135 pounds and have an hourglass figure. Wearing skirts is not my favorite. If I didn't have a job interview today, I would never wear this. I grew up with a single mom and worked my hardest to get perfect grades. In my other life, it was different. I was royalty. Until I was killed. It was the worst, but sometimes I don't mind living the life of a simple girl. I always believed in working hard. My mother in this life raised me alone. She taught me to be strong even though I have been through school over 15 times. I worked just as hard. I graduated early at the age of 22 and finished college. I was working for a massive company named Purple Court. Yes, I'm working for a company named Purple. Mind you though, it's a massive company in New York. We work worldwide.
Man, so your premise is going to be someone that is born again.
Yeah.
But has recollection of their former lives.
Yeah.
And so in this current life, they were raised by a single mother, and it looks like she's preparing for this job interview at Purple Corp.
No, she already works there, but she's working for interviewing for a
Higher position.
or like a different company. It's like a side company too.
Okay.
Let's just say there's gonna be a love interest.
Gotcha. So I like the premise. Definitely different. She's choosing to write yours in first person. Okay. So the point of view is really up to you. Okay. I'm not going to put those limitations on you. You can write third person. You can write first person. It does not matter to me how you write it, as long as you stay consistent with it. Okay. So as long as you're not changing point of views throughout your short story. Okay. Great use of direct characterization for sure. And I like how you've already started to think about the story, which is going to help you a lot as we go forward. Okay. All right, Bella. How does yours sound? You can either read it to us off the paper, or you can just describe your character for us.
Okay, I'm gonna describe my character because I didn't get that as far as Kylie did on Michael Gray.
It's okay.
But my character I chose was Maria, the girl with I remember she had a green hat.
Right. Yeah.
To me, I chose her because she had more like a mom vibe in a way. She gave me I'm young, I'm cute, but I'm also a mom. So that's what I went with. And so pretty much, she grew up in America. I haven't decided which state yet, but she moved to Australia for a while with her abusive ex-husband, and now she came back, and she has her daughter with her, and she's just trying to get back into dating, but then she ends up falling for a very manipulative serial killer, and she's pretty much just gonna have to go through her very formative young years of her life, not knowing the whole truth, instead she doesn't go with her gut, and it really has a heavy toll on her.
Okay. So she's got terrible taste in the mouth.
Apparently, right?
I like that you. I like that there's different layers to the background, obviously, because again, we want to make our characters as complex as possible. Maria's got a lot going on, so just when you get into your short story, make sure, and when you develop the conflict, the primary conflict, make sure you don't lose sight of that, because she does have a kind of a very crazy background. There's a bunch of different ways that you can go with Maria as she develops. So make sure that at least when you identify a primary conflict, you stay in that lane with her. And then when you pick which part of the country she's from originally, be thinking too about the different influences in those regions. So if she's from California, maybe she think of the typical California girl and some of the influences of the West Coast. If she's from the South, you're going to be thinking about her dialect and maybe some of the influences that come from the South. If she's from the East Coast and so on, right? If she's from up north, just have those in mind. So as you start to really develop her, you can get really this fully formed picture of how she looks, sounds, acts, and behaves, right? Okay. Very good. Good job. I like the progress you guys made.